What split-second decision changed your life? When I saw a woman collapse at the grocery store, I had this voice in my head telling me to help. I was already running late for a job interview, but something made me stop. She wasn't breathing, so I started CPR while someone called 911. My hands were shaking. I'd only ever practiced this on dummies during a course I took years ago. The paramedics arrived and rushed her to the hospital. By then, I'd obviously missed my interview, but weirdly, I felt calm about it. What I didn't expect was her husband tracking me down through the store's security footage 2 weeks later. Turns out she was Nancy Walsh, wife of Dr. Walsh, who owned the biggest cardiology practice in Seattle. She'd had a massive heart attack, and those 3 minutes of CPR I gave her were what kept her alive until help arrived. Dr. Walsh insisted on meeting me. When I walked into his office, I was stunned to see their whole family there, including Nancy, looking healthy and smiling. They wanted to thank me, but I was just grateful she was okay. Then Dr. Walsh asked about my background. I mentioned losing my nursing job during COVID and struggling to find work since. That's when Nancy's eyes lit up. Wait, you're a nurse? I nodded, explaining I was actually heading to an interview at a coffee shop that day. Anything to pay the bills. My savings were almost gone, and I had a 6-year-old daughter to support. Dr. Walsh leaned back in his chair and said, "Well, we happen to need a cardiac care nurse. Starting salary is $95,000, full benefits." I thought he was joking. He wasn't. But here's where it gets crazy. During my first week, I noticed a little girl who came in for regular checkups. Her mom was always stressed about the bills. The girl, Penny, had a rare heart condition requiring constant monitoring. One day, Penny had a bad episode in the waiting room. Her heart rate was dangerously high and she was struggling to breathe. Dr. Walsh was in surgery, but I recognized the signs. It was similar to what my brother had when we were kids. I made a split-second decision to give her a medication I knew would help, then called Dr. Walsh's personal cell. He rushed out of surgery and confirmed I'd made the right call. Penny stabilized within minutes. That night, Dr. Walsh called me into his office. I thought I was in trouble for overstepping. Instead, he offered to pay for my advanced cardiac certification. "You have instincts I can't teach," he said. 2 years later, I run the pediatric unit. Penny comes in every month for checkups, and her mom doesn't worry about bills anymore. We created a special program for families who can't afford care. Last week, Nancy brought me coffee during my shift. She pointed to a young resident trailing Dr. Walsh and said, "You know that was almost my husband's position?" I was confused until she explained, if I hadn't helped her that day, her heart would have been without oxygen too long. She wouldn't have survived. One person stopping to help changed dozens of lives, she said. Mine, yours, Penny's, all these kids you treat now. That made me think about how close I came to just walking past her that day.